What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. And first, I want to say a shout out to Diva Queen Lopez. What's up, my queen? Yes, and every single one of those links you sent me, of course, I had seen them. Because when I click on the notification in my email, I can see the thumbnail of it, but when I click on it, it opens up another page and it says error 404, I think, or something. I've had that for a long time. Like, I don't know what's going on. I think it has to do with which one of my Google Pluses you are attached to me on. So I sent you the link. I sent you something back on Google Plus. Hopefully so that you send them there. But luckily I had seen them. And I thank you. And that actually inspired this video, because not only had I seen these other clips that Diva Queen had shared with me, but recently now Michelle Obama is making the rounds because she has a new book out called Becoming Michelle Obama. And as you guys know, I absolutely love this woman with every single cell of my physical existence and my mental energy. I love Michelle Obama. I love her. I love her. And as I said to you guys, you know, what makes me sick is a lot of my people have missed the signs. Have missed the signs. And why wouldn't you? You're not of the enlightened. And everything about our predicament is because you keep missing the signs. I've said to you, Barack Obama was the gift. Michelle Obama was the kiss. Because what Allah has allowed me to know over my life is so many things about how He communicates with us, and also how He blesses us. Like, He has shown me this specifically, individualistically, me in my own life, me the individual dude. I can testify. I can testify. And so that's why I'm qualified to make these statements, because they are true. Barack Obama was the gift. Michelle was the kiss. And I always describe the kiss. It's like when Allah gives you anything extraordinary, it's always giving you something. But you got to be able to recognize the small things, otherwise you don't get the big ones. You know? And this was a unique gift to our people. A unique gift. A unique gift. Because Barack Obama becoming president was nothing short of an act of God. This is a country of white devils who are not the majority, but their evil is constant and persistent, determined, and they're passionate about their evil. It had to be an act of God. And I'll tell you something else. I was re-educating myself over the last couple of days about gerrymandering and redistricting. And that makes that last statement even more powerful and profound for me, because it was indeed an act of God that he became president. When we even look back at the Iowa caucuses, everybody knows Iowa is nothing but white ass people. But I always say, God bless Iowa. God bless Iowa for what He did in spite of their spirit. because even Michele said in a comment at that time, well, if Barack can't win Iowa, then it's all just been a dream, you know. And then he won. But this woman is phenomenal, everybody. And it's more than just her book, which is also amazing and flying off shelves, and it's doing it all. And it will probably be the greatest First Lady book ever in the history of First Lady books. And probably many other books, quite frankly. Oprah's already put it on her bestseller, on her favorite things, or book, her chosen books or something. We're not going to really count that one so much because they're friends. Fine, that's fine, And you don't even have to be Michelle Obama. You could be anybody, unknown USA. If Oprah puts up those hands and goes, "I love this book," you never work again. You don't need to. You will go immediately to the #1 of the New York Times bestseller, and you will remain there for many, many weeks. And you will go from hardback to paperback and many prints and all that. You never work again. So what makes her book extraordinary is because she is the most extraordinary First Lady ever in the history of this damn country. There's not a single other bitch that's been in that office. None of their ass. Not even, goddammit, Jackie O, who they like to try and hold up as they closest runner-up, or nah. Appreciate Jackie O, but she could set her ass down. There is no bitch that's ever been in that fucking White House, and there won't be. Hear this. And there won't be that will hold a candle to this woman. And I'm going to show that in this video. And when you look at the contrast between her and this robotic Slovenian woman, Melania, I'm over it. I think I just threw up in my mouth. Here is a sister who, there's no handbook for being First Lady. And her and Barack were from nothing. And we could even give her even more credit because at least he had some political experience. He had been a community organizer. He was a state senator. Then he was a U.S. senator, and then he was president. So, you had some, but Michele wasn't doing none of that. And boom, literally overnight, after the returns come in and he's elected, she now has to step up to microphones and speak to the entire earth without blundering, and she never ever did. Poised, intelligent, ironic, and smart, all in one speech, can kill it. She's every woman. Every woman. And one of the things that I feel about her is that I pray Allah that I can get married and have children, but specifically at least one daughter, while I still live and Michelle Obama still lives. Because I'll say, that's the woman I want you to watch. Here's all her shit she's ever did. Here's all the videos. This is what you're going to watch. That's the woman. That's her. Because she was grace under fire. And also, white folks, because, they put out this thing, they say, well, people like to build people up so they can tear them down. No. People are happy to build people up and watch them soar, and they feel bad for you when you fall. It is only white people who harbor envy and jealousy and self-loathing and hatred for their damn self, and they cannot stand that everybody else on the earth outshines them at every level. So they weren't able to appreciate. They never appreciate when they have something good, They never appreciate it, Since 1865, if you want to believe that's when slavery ended, if you want to go with that lie, we'll go with it. That's fine. Since 1865, we've not been on an all-out massacre of their white ass. Are they grateful? No. No. No gratitude. Because there's no connection to the divine. So they never read the signs. Never. And if anything, they should have been happy. You know, they say they want a nation of immigrants. Well, every immigrant in this bitch is, but particularly and first and foremost African people, give this place any character. Give it a sense of morality, even, you know, a balance, even while being rejected and disrespected. So instead of hating on the Obamas, they should have been rejoicing that we can produce something far greater than you that makes this country look bomb as shit. The entire family looks like they walked off the cover of GQ, Vogue, Pick a magazine. The whole family. But more than that, Michele, LaVon Robinson Obama, this 5'11" statue in flat feet before she even gets to a heel, or a wedge, or a pump, or whatever the bullshit y'all wear. Damn it. Is Princeton and Harvard Law. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please make your donation to the GoFundMe. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But more than that. And you know they was digging for 8 years, goddammit. Couldn't find a single stitch of scandal on this sister. And that represents most sisters. Most. At least a mid 90%, just to be gratuitous. You know, if you don't want to say 100. But you press stuff, you can't find shit. And only why a lot of brothers get snagged up because they're trying to make a way. You see what I'm saying? Sisters make a way. But they don't resort to, you know, crime and criminality and shit. So we give them the damn 100%. I said it. But you couldn't find anything on this sister. Nothing. Nothing. Not even a heifer coming out of the woodwork saying, the bitch, I couldn't stand that bitch. Nothing. Nothing. And while she is highly intelligent, extremely wise, my God, she's also outrageously funny. Funny. Her timing. Michele is funny, dude. She's funny. So, I wanted to make a few points in this. I want to show some videos. And I also want to contrast just a little bit with just some things. Not going to do too much, because I could do a lot. But I just want to contrast some things. Show you how fucked up white folks are that you would replace Obama with this bullshit they got now. This dude is the he's not just the anti-Obama, he's the anybody you're going to name that you think is worthy of honor. He's anti-honor. He's anti-civil. You know? He's anti-society. He's just put anti and name whatever you want to name. He's all of it. Because again, they don't know what they had. And they don't have nowhere past, present, or goddammit future. They can't and don't produce Barack Obamas. They don't have that lineage. They don't have that ilk. They don't have that talent. They don't have that grace. They don't have that blessing. I told you, Barack's name it's really a shortening. It's actually Baraka. Baraka, which is the blessing in Arabic. And his name is Arabic. Barak, the blessing, or you could shorten it and say blessed. He has said it means one who's blessed. It's the blessing, everybody. Damn it. It's the blessing. Because in Islam, when we will say, when we thank someone, we will say Barakallah. Barak Allah. May the blessing of Allah be on you. Barakallah. You see? Barakallah. Not Barakah. Barak Allah. Barakallah. So he is the blessing. Damn it. All right. Period. And in my mind, Allah was signaling to us with His very name. So if you weren't enlightened like myself, could see that this was a blessing and what His presence was, then Allah was telling you in His name. Like, my God, what you want? You think it's a fluke? His name is Barak. You think this? You think this now? You think this? Well, I feel like even John McCain got it. Even though I could not stand his ass when they was running, there were little moments when the lady stood up and said, I know something about Obama. He's an Arab. And he took the mic from him and said, no, 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 he's not. He's not. He's a decent and honorable man, and we just happen to disagree on some of the issues. It sat me down. But on election night, he was signaling what I just said to you. Maybe he didn't get it, but maybe that was just the force of God speaking through him anyway, to let you know this was specifically a blessing for you. I want to jump out and look at and share with you just that portion of his speech. Transcript of John McCain's concession speech. My friends, because that got on my nerves with that. My friends. Barack Obama, to congratulate him on being elected next president. And by the way, we don't get any of this from the orange tulip. Everything is hostility and disrespect of this brother. Michele even said in one of her interviews, they asked her, now I understand that, you reached out to Laura Bush and you guys had a pretty good rapport. And so you reached out to Melania and told her, she could always reach out to you. Has she ever reached out to you? Michele, before she even finished the question, she goes, no, she is not. She's not reached out to me. She's not reached out to me. And it was meant to be like, fuck her, that bitch is shady. All right. My friends, we have come to the end of a long journey. The American people have spoken, and they have spoken clearly. A little while ago, I had the honor of calling Senator Barack Obama to congratulate him on being elected the next president of the country that we both love. You see, giving that honor, saying he loves the country too. Where's the part I want? Because I know it's at the beginning of the speech, because I've heard it a million times. In a contest as long and difficult as this campaign has been, his success alone commands my respect for his ability and perseverance. What a kind thing to say after all the shit. This is where you go, you know what? I lost, but that's not a bad guy. You see? It can be done. That's why I say I don't give white people no fucking passes, because the shit is on purpose. It's on purpose. I'll read that again and go on. In a contest as long and difficult as this campaign has been, his success alone commands my respect for his ability and perseverance. But that he managed to do so by inspiring the hopes of so many millions of Americans who had once wrongly believed that they had little at stake or little influence in the election of an American president is something that I deeply admire and commend him for achieving. He's talking about African people. This is a historic election, and I recognize the special significance it has for African Americans, there it is, and for the special pride that must be theirs tonight. I get goosebumps even reading that. I don't need to read shit else. We're done. But you see what I'm saying? He was saying to you, and maybe it was just because it's like when Allah revealed the Quran to the Prophet Muhammad. The Prophet wasn't even using his own intellect or knowledge when he recited it. It was from God. It just comes through. You understand? And so that's what I think was happening there. This is a historic election, and I recognize the special significance it has for African Americans and for the special pride that must be theirs tonight. You see, that was saying, we ain't had no black president. This theirs. He gonna serve the whole country, but this theirs. This is for them. And for the special pride that must be theirs tonight. Appreciate him. I appreciate him for that. Appreciate him. So Barack was ours, damn it. I've always believed that America offers opportunities to all who have the industry and will to seize it. Senator Obama believes that too. But we both recognize that though we have come a long way from the old injustices that once stained our nation's reputation and denied some Americans the full blessings of American citizenship, the memory of them still had the power to wound. This man took the time to acknowledge our shit. Do you understand? And he's gone now. He's gone. But this was one of his moments where you had to say thank you. Thank you. As Dr. King said, the time is always right to do what's right, no matter who you are. A century ago, President Theodore Roosevelt's invitation to Booker T. Washington to visit, to dine at the White House, was taken as an outrage in many quarters, which we're sure was by nothing but fucking white people. Period. Was taken as an outrage in many quarters. How dare they have that nigger up the White House, and how dare, and I can't believe it. America today is a world away from the cruel and prideful bigotry of that time. There's no better evidence of this than the election of an African American to the presidency of the United States. Let there be no reason now for any American to fail to cherish their citizenship in this, the greatest nation on earth. Senator Obama has achieved a great thing for himself and for his country. Again, acknowledging that this, because you would not say that about anybody else, for himself. You wouldn't say that about anybody else other than an African man, because this is historic. He already said this is an historic election. And he already cited for African Americans and this pride that must be theirs. Senator Obama has achieved a great thing for himself and for his country. I applaud him for it and offer my sincere sympathy that his beloved grandmother did not live to see this day. Because remember, the night before, Obama was in the rain at a rally. It was raining. I'm not going to cry, but I did that night. He was in a rally in the rain. In the rain. And it was the next day that we found out he would win. But his grandmother had died, and he was crying. Even though it was raining, you could see the tears. And, you know, when people know he's crying and they start reacting, he goes, nope, nope. And he goes on with his speech. Nope. And I just cried because y'all know my grandmother is my eternal, to the end of whatever time is, she's eternal to me. And I always tell you, grandmothers are the queens of the universe. In my mind, they run everything. everything, and you don't question them. They're wise. Wise. And a gift. A gift. And he took time to acknowledge that this man was thorough. He could have came out with a bunch of hate and fuck him and I'm over it. He was purposeful in his statement. And I was most impressed. And although I don't have the video to play for you, if you could see him, his demeanor, it was sincere. It was just like, this is what it is. This is what it is. Let me give it up. He has achieved something for himself in this country. I applaud him for it. And I offer my sincere sympathy that his beloved grandmother did not live to see this day. Though our faith assures us she is at rest in the presence of her Creator, and so very proud of the good man she helped to raise. I could cry at that. Allahu Akbar. Wow. I like this. I urge all Americans to support me, to join me in not just congratulating him, but offering our next president our goodwill and earnest effort to find ways to come together, to find the necessary compromises, to bridge our differences, and to help restore our prosperity, defend our security in a dangerous world, and leave our children and grandchildren a stronger, better country than we inherited. So he's even calling for white folks because he know they tripping. So he's calling on them, bring your bitch ass on. This is what it is. Your white ass ain't gonna rule forever. This man is president. Let's respect and honor him and let it be what it is. Oh, he was thorough, dude. He was thorough. He was thorough. He was thorough. Whatever our differences, we are fellow Americans. And please believe me when I say no association has ever meant more to me than that. Going in a little deeper on that. Wow. Then he gave them their sympathy. It's natural tonight to feel some disappointment. But tomorrow we must move beyond it and work together to get our country moving again. We fought as hard as we could. And though we fell short, the failure is mine, not yours. Wow. I'm not going to read anymore, but you can Google it or if you want or whatever, but it was the greatest thing. That's what you say after you've lost an election. Especially when you lose it to somebody like Barack Obama. The barakah. The barakah. From Allah. There's nothing else you say. Because he's not worthy of any scourge or scandal or hostility or slander. He's not worthy of that. He hasn't even provoked that. So give him his shit. Understand when you're witnessing the gift, the blessing. The blessing. And so what Allah has allowed me to know is when he gives you a great blessing, an extraordinary blessing, because every moment that your heart beats is a blessing. But when we see something even more extraordinary or something impossible, something remarkable that wouldn't happen, that we clearly attribute to the divine, there's always a kiss that goes with that. Everybody hear me. Because maybe some of you didn't read the signs, and maybe in your own lives you've had a blessing that came with a kiss, and you were like, well, yeah, because it's that extra thing that the one thing would have been enough to have Barack. It would have been enough, even if it had like a white heifer, just we had to squint at her or something. You know, it would have been a blessing. But not so much. But we could have seen it as such, I'm just saying. But when Allah gives you the kiss, that extraordinary thing with that, it's his way of saying, just for those of you who are unenlightened, let there be no mistake about where this is from. Michele was that kiss, is that kiss. Because it would have been enough just to have a sister. Oh, that's his wife. Because look at, what's the dude? And he used to be one of my heroes. Now I have to fucking think about his name because I hate him. Ben Carson. His wife will make your eyes bleed. I saw a picture of her and I lost a tooth. I lost a tooth. I lost a tooth. So she wouldn't have been like, it would have been like, damn, good, we glad the brother's president, but that helped. What? Can some sisters get to her and just like get her in a room for a few hours and do something with that? Can they, you know? So it would have been one thing if he had a black wife, but remember, she's the kiss. She's the kiss. So of course, she is a intelligent, independent of Barack. Forget him for a minute. Like Michele is a force of her own. It's kind of like Janet. You know what I mean? Not in terms of intelligence like that. Not to say my wife is stupid, but I'm saying like we don't think of her as Michael's sister. We acknowledge Janet is the bomb all on her own, and we're good with that. I'm saying like it's like that. Like we don't need Barack here in the picture. Like Michele is enough on her own. Period. She could have run for president herself. Period. And given anybody a run through hell for a win. You understand? So of course she would have been brilliant. She's the kiss. She's the kiss. And she's a 5'11" statue. Her beauty is undeniable. You always hear white people talk, you know, so-and-so just had a smile that lit up the room. I've not seen that smile yet from any white person on earth. Anywhere. In real life, television, in print, in a goddamn YouTube video. Don't matter. But when this woman smiles, it lights up the entire universe. The entire universe. And then here comes those little girls. And they were just little nasties then, just little stinkers. You know it was the kiss. It would have been enough, okay, we got Barack. But then we get this, and it got two girls. It was a, what do they say? A something of riches. I can't think of the term now. It was a something of riches. I don't know. Anyways, it was, you had to, if you didn't know that, then it's like whatever. Which always kills me how black folks got up on their shoulder. Like, well, you know, Barack didn't do nothing, and Barack this, and fuck you, bitch. You haven't done shit, so shut up and sit down. At least I was a precinct captain for his first campaign. I have that claim. You understand? I can make that claim. You haven't done a damn thing. So shut up. And sit your ass down and learn. I do not want to get worked up in this video. Let us go to our first piece. This first piece I want to show you guys because it goes to her spontaneous humor. Also, many of you guys don't understand that Oprah Winfrey is very funny. Like, I love her humor and I love Michele's humor. So this was just like an assembly of like, I can't think of the words again, damn. Anyways, this was just like, this was like a dream come true. Like, and I didn't even have the dream, but there it was. And I'm like, yeah, that's my dream and it's coming true. That's my dream. So see this now. See this. And I'll tell you another reason why I love this. All y'all, black folks, all of us, all y'all can relate to, I've already related to it. All of y'all will be able to relate to this. Like, you will get this and you'll be like, you're going to love this. Let me just play it and shut up.
So I want to know, what are those days when you just say,
There are so.
Look at me in the White House.
Yeah, just sitting up here. You know, there are a lot of those moments. You know, Prince and Stevie Wonder singing in the East Room. just may he rest in peace. I mean, those rare gifts of entertainment, the kind of music we've been able to bring into the White House, you know, sitting with the Pope, watching my mother and my daughters talk to the Pope. That's like a, look at,
I love this so much.
you know, dinner with the Queen of England. Just like, you know, you try to play these moments off like, oh yes, yes, I know what I'm doing, and inside you're going, Good Lord.
Yes.
Watching my husband walk off of Marine One and go to the Oval Office, it's like, and you know he's got that walk, right?
I know.
Like,
He's got the swag. Did he always have that swag, or has he gotten swaggier?
no, he was very swagalicious throughout. You know, look,
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm glad I was able to get that clip. I love that. That's so just like, because it's actually part of a, it was a thing they did, and it's a long piece, but this was in that. And I even called my sister in New York and was like, you got to watch this. It's so funny. Like, because we all have that grandmama or that auntie, everybody, because my grandmama used to always be to my auntie, sister, you ain't gonna believe what so-and-so, sister, It's always a So I really, that killed me dead. It killed me dead when I seen that. Oh my God. Anyway, so now I want to go to another piece. Now, in this one, it's actually a longer clip, but I'm editing it down for time because we don't need the other stuff. It's this: these kids were on live with Regis and Kelly or whatever, or live with Kelly, and they do double dutch, and your girl made a surprise appearance on their ass and showed them how it's done. You understand what I'm saying? That stiff ass mummy, Melania, you will never see the bitch doing this. You won't. She's always in 18-inch heels, and she looks like she's trying to do a damn Armani fashion show or some bullshit. Like, I can't with her. You definitely won't see any high-arcing speeches from her bitch ass. Oh, unless she copies Michelle's. I'm sorry. But see this, though, y'all. Now, remember, they're all white. Double Dutch and turning rope, we have a rhythm to it. It's our natural rhythm. Our natural rhythm. They don't have that. So watch how the first attempt goes.
Okay. All right. Now it's Mrs. Obama's turn.
all right.
Now it's Mrs. Obama's turn. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. You guys are really on the line now. Okay. Secret Service is watching.
Don't screw this up, or you could be deported.
Turn it
Here we
a
go.
little
One more
faster.
time.
You can turn
A little faster.
And listen closely. Listen closely. At the end of it, listen closely. You heard Bryant Gumbel say South Side of Chicago. Wait now. Because when I see this reminds me of my sister now. Used to be out there when we lived on the South Side of Chicago. And they'd be out there double dutching. Damn it. Oh my God, this is everything. This is my entire life. See this and here, listen for that.
That's a Southside girl. That's a Southside Chicago.
That was amazing. Did I look as dignified? That was incredible. I have to tell you. This
I
is,
need a nap.
By the way, if you were thinking about it, it's really good exercise. My heart rate is elevated in at an incredible level. Let's see, the FISAC World Rope Skipping Championship is in Tampa, Florida, July 30th through August 8th.
Good luck.
And the U.S. National Rope Championship in Long Beach, California is
See how relatable
Wednesday
she
through
is
Sunday.
to the kids, and everything is effortless. She never looked like, you know, a team of people like, okay, you want to go out here and stand here and say this and do this. She's a natural African woman, period. I just, it really kills me when I use it's one thing for brothers, because brothers is nothing but bitch ass bitches. But when I see black women that would dare talk shit about this woman, I really question you as a female, and your entire femininity is in question with me. Just on womanhood and sisterhood, you shouldn't allow anybody to disrespect this woman in your presence and there not be a consequence. I'm over it. Now, another one. We'll let this play out.
Thank you, Mrs. Obama. That was really fun. This was fun. Coming up next, we're going to try Mark Jones' recipe. Don't go away.
And you heard Brian Gumbel's fake white ass say, that's the south side of Chicago. And you see our sister didn't miss a single step. I'm over it. Alright, another one. Now this one's not Michele, but I'm presenting this little tiny short clip to show contrast once again. This was one of the days, because remember when Barack was on the campaign trail, he was like, I'm going to find ways to come out of that bubble. So here he and the vice president are going to just fucking get burgers. Or it might not have been the day when to go get burgers. It might have been when they were doing something else. And they walked. Like, I worked right at Capitol Hill, especially when I was at McDermott, Will, and Emory. But he's walking. You're never going to see this from this orange fucking circus. All he does is seeds hatred all day. You see, white people don't know when they have a good thing. That's why I say this country is never going to be what it can be. It has never been it. But all the shit that it can be, it will never be until they no longer exist. That's what's real. That's what's real. That's what's real. Because they fuck up everything for everybody else, including this. So just enjoy this and reflect on the fact that you've never seen the orange tube doing the. In fact, he didn't even go to the damn whatever, the army cemetery, wherever the fuck it was, because the weather was bad. Oh, give me a break. Obama has been out there in rain, sleet, snow, and goddamn it shine. But also the image of your president and your vice president. They look vibrant. They look professional. They, no matter what your politics, you would see them and go, that's a great couple of guys right there. You kind of just want to be in their world for that moment anyway. You know? Just think how they've taken it from just like possible sunshine to total and utter fucking darkness. This is what they do. This is what they're good at. You see, you've got Andrew Gillum down in Florida, who should be governor, but you have white devils blocking. You have Stacey Abrams, who should be governor in Georgia, white devils blocking. You see? Ruin everything. They ruin everything. See this. And long for the days of yore.
Decided to take a walk. How's it going, everybody? How are you?
Waving to citizens, you feel me? Waving to citizens, people taking pictures, actually wanting to see him. Notice that the people on the street look like America, not just to see a fucking white devils, which is all you see at Trump's rallies and all you saw at his inauguration. In fact, Michele says in her book that she noticed that his inauguration didn't look like the previous two. And they were showing clips as she, you know, because it was an interview. And all you saw was fucking white people. That's it. Trump is the white president. That's it, everybody. We don't have to like that. That's the fucking truth. Damn it. That's the truth. We're not mincing words and making comfort for the enemy here. We're not doing that. We speak the truth. Now, and so she said she noticed that one, the optics were very different. Very different.
How you doing?
Look, just on the street, you know. Now, of course, it's spontaneous, and I promise you the Secret Service is working overtime, because remember, Barack Obama had more threats on him than all other presidents combined ever in the history of ever. Why? Because white people exist. Nobody else was threatening him. Nobody. Nobody else was threatening this man. It was white people. That we know for sure. You understand? And having been exposed to the Secret Service myself, especially when you live in Maryland, or you live in DC, or you work in DC, you know, you're around the Secret Service, you know. Like I remember the first time that I saw them, well, Clinton was president, and I was just getting off work from the farm, and they were moving him, and I noticed like there was all the, anyway, it's a whole long story. I'm not going to get into it, but anyway. And then also when Obama ran for president, and the first rally of his that I went to, I wasn't a precinct captain yet. Was I precinct captain? No. Anyway, and I have pictures of the Secret Service because that's the first day I met him. And when he came to me, and I act like a 16-year-old little girl. I didn't know, you know, I didn't know what I was gonna do. But I knew that I would never touch him again, and so that's why I held on to him, you know. But I knew he would be president. But look at the crowd, though. So I'm saying this is spontaneous. They didn't put out a memo saying the president's going to come out. He went out spontaneously. Look, greeting babies and things.
How are you? Can I shake your hand? Good to see you.
You know what I'm saying? Greeting babies and things.
How are you?
How are you, sir? Good to see you. Tell everybody good day down there.
Right now, this establishment is providing a 10% discount to all federal workers. We can end this shutdown.
That's their video that's doing all this pausing and jumping, everybody. That ain't me. That ain't the Jedi. You know what I'm saying? That's not your boy. But that's all right. Let's just take it in for what it is.
A whole bunch of families, not just here in Washington, but all across the country, will have the certainty that a paycheck will be coming, that they'll be able to make their mortgage, that they'll be able to pay their expenses, that they'll be able to look after their families, and we can get back to what we should be focused on every single day. And that's how we make sure that we've got a strong middle class in this country, that anybody who's willing to work hard can get ahead. And when it comes to negotiations,
well, that's the end of that. And I only saw a little bit about it. I didn't know how long or short it was going to be.
But in Washington, but all across the country, will have the certainty that,
you know, like, you're not going to see a single image of this orange, white, racist devil out doing anything like this, because he is seething with white jealousy and white evil and white hate. His mission is to undo everything that Obama did simply because Obama did it. Because remember, America is a white nation. That was their proclamation. It is a white nation. And they've said, go back and look at the history, that no white man will ever be bound to live under any law made by a black man. I'm not making that shit up. That's real. And they still feel that now. They still do. They still do. Now, let us go to another clip. Got a couple more, and we'll be over. Now, another one. And you know, I'm a little on the fence because she's talking about this miscarriage thing. And on the one hand, I'm glad about it because even as a male, I know from my own life that you know, you hear women talk about, oh, so-and-so had a miscarriage, so-and-so had a miscarriage. You hear it, so it's not like a foreign thing. And so for that regard, I'm glad she talked about it because, you know, I know that probably will give comfort to a lot of sisters, especially when she said that, like, she thought she was alone and everything like that, and because, you know, women don't talk about it and this, that. But I had a moment of, you know, because I'm vigilant. So there was a moment that I was like, no, the white devil was spinning as though Barack is not a virile black man. You know, like he's not representing for the brothers. And I don't appreciate the bullshit and this some bullshit. But I'm going to back off of that. No need to show the fangs on that. No need to. No need to show the fangs. But I just wanted to share that with you. But anyways, hear this now. This is from Good Morning America.
You ready to talk about Barack?
Who?
You ready to talk about
I gotta tell this, y'all, because I see how she does that. I love it. But back when Obama was first on the campaign, and they were still in Iowa, and even then I was obsessed. I would go on YouTube and just watch her stuff, her campaign stuff. She was more interesting, and she's the perfect woman for a man like Barack because you want your other half to be your intellectual equal. Even if you're not going to be president, you just want to be able, like, when I speak, I want my woman to understand me, get my irony, get my inference, like all of it, you know? But Barack is buttoned up and stiff. She can say the same things he says and make it more like you sitting and having a conversation with her just chilling in the living room or something, you know? Same intellect, but she's funnier than him. Barack is funny, but you could tell it's delivered. I think this is a good joke, and I'm going to deliver it, you know? Michele, she just speaks, and she's funny. I love her so much. But see this now.
about Barack?
Oh, I stopped my own self. So they're in Iowa, and she was trying to relax this room of white people, because remember, Iowa's nothing but white folk. She goes, but, you know, and Barack understands what it is, you know. He came from a single parent, you know. His mother was a young woman, you know, raising a single child. And she was already had him at that with her demeanor. And she goes, and it was Barack at that. Like, as if she had to, like, raise Cujo or something, you know. I love this woman. I love her. Like, for me, she's the ultimate woman. But for the fact she ain't a Muslim, that's who I want my wife to be. That's what I want my wife to be. And she can even be that tall. Understand that.
Barack?
Who?
You're right.
Beautiful.
While their mutual affection has always been on display, now for the first time, Michele is opening up about parts of their marriage she held deeply private for years. First, infertility. She writes, "It turns out that even two committed go-getters with a deep love and robust work ethic can't will themselves into being pregnant."
Two regular-ass black people right there that you would see on any college campus, booed up. You understand? My God, I love it.
She did get pregnant, but then weeks later, she miscarried.
I felt lost and alone, and I felt like I failed because I didn't know how common miscarriages were, because we don't talk about them. We sit in our own pain thinking that somehow we're broken.
She reveals that it was with the help of infertility treatments that...
That's black coffee right there, y'all. That's Foxy Cleopatra. She's a whole lot of woman.
Said it was with the help of infertility treatments that Malia and then Sasha were finally conceived.
The biological clock is real because egg production is limited. And I realized that as I was 34 and 35, we had to do IVF. I think it's the worst thing that we do to each other as women, not share the truth about our bodies and how they work and how they don't work.
And for the first time, she shares details about how the stress of their hectic schedules infiltrated their marriage. You write about at one point in your marriage that you and Barack went to marriage counseling. Why did you think it was important to share that?
Look, and you know, Robin Roberts, for all her worth, fuck her. Fuck her. Because first of all, she wouldn't be up there if she not towing the water of the fucking enemy. And I don't appreciate how she treated Chris Brown. You know, the shit was over. He came on there to talk about an album. She kept bringing it up. He tried to be nice. He should have punched her right there on the damn stage. I said it. And so even this is a way to try and dig at the veneer, at the what we all see in them. And we relate to it as African people better than any of them. Because we are Africans. We felt their love. They saw it. We felt it. We felt it and we feel it. You know, but, and I hope this clip is long enough where she says, you know, but, you know, our marriage is perfect and, you know, and that, but we work on it, you know. But she tried to make it seem like, ooh, but they're not perfect. That's why she came in with the question the way she did. I want to ask you, you mentioned that, you said that was one of them Diane Sawyer, Cynthia McFadden, Barbara Walters fucking questions. You filmed nosy bitches. See this.
Point in your marriage that you... She shares details about how the stress of their hectic schedules infiltrated their marriage.
Their marriage. Now that's her voiceover after she finishes the piece and they're editing, they go back over and they do talkovers, right? Or they may have it prepared in advance, whatever. She's showing a clip of her. Shut up, Jedi. That's not important. Anyways, now of their marriage. Now, boom, the question. And go for being a whore.
You write about at one point in your marriage that you
do the dramatic pause in your marriage. The dramatic pause. Listen.
Write about at one point in your marriage.
Your marriage, the pause. I'll play it one more time and shut up.
About at one point in your marriage that you and Barack went to marriage counseling. Why did you think it was important to share that?
Why did you think it was important to share that? And the dramatic squinting.
For those young people out there who think that marriage is supposed to be easy, and marriage counseling for us was one of those ways where we learned how to talk out our differences. What I learned about myself was that my happiness was up to me. And
hear that, black women? My happiness was up to me.
I started working out more. I started asking for help, not just from him, but from other people. I stopped feeling guilty. It's important for me to take care of myself. That's not on Barack. I know too many young couples who struggle and think that somehow there's something wrong with them. And I want them to know that Michelle and Barack Obama, who have a phenomenal marriage.
So, like, don't get it twisted. That's what she's saying. Y'all see, she even did the hand that sisters do when they grab in your life. When they grab in your life. You should watch, but you can barely see it because they did a different camera angle. The other one that I saw, she's because when you see her lean, she's looking at another camera. But there's a third camera over to the further over that's what. But just watch when she's getting to, like, you know, sisters do that little grab, the air move.
To know that Michelle and Barack Obama, who
boom, right there. So I'm saying, Michelle and Barack Obama, and the neck is going in the head. Like, don't get it twisted, because I will fight you and I will snatch a bitch up.
Michelle and Barack Obama.
I love it so much. I love it so much. I love it. 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 This is my entire life. Wait.
That somehow there's something wrong with them. And I want them to know that Michelle and Barack Obama, who have a phenomenal marriage and who love each other, we work on our marriage and we get help with our marriage when we need it.
See how she prefaced the answer? She said, so for people out there who think marriage is easy, I want you to know that even as me, Michelle Obama, she's telling you two things. Her answer is beautiful. This woman, she's everything. She's the kiss. But she's saying, she's letting women know, no matter how great your man is and how happy he make you, you're responsible for your own personal happiness. You understand? And I love that because I always say, and I've said this in relationships that I've been in, and I say to fellas, always say to your woman, what's your vision for your life? I'm here with you. I'm with you. We together. It's till death do we part. But you're still an individual. You are one creature who came from a womb that I didn't come from. You have a journey and a destiny. Share that with me so I can walk with you in that too and support you in that and not get in the way of it or discourage it. You see? That's evolution. That's growth. That's intellectual. I realized I was responsible for my own happiness, she said. And that's not on Barack. I started working out. I started doing my thing. But then she's also talking about marriage. You could have a man that's this good. He's president and everything. He look like that. I look like this. Our kids are that and they look like that. But guess what? We still work on our shit to keep it tight. And our relationship is, what's the word she used? Phenomenal.
And we get help with our marriage when we need it.
Last of the sequence.
Wow. There's something wrong with them. And I want them to know that Michelle and Barack Obama, who have a phenomenal marriage and who love each other, we work on our marriage and we get help with our marriage when we need it.
Wow. Again, she was very...
She's the queen of the universe. She's the queen. For me, it's Michelle Obama and then Oprah, quite frankly. As much as I love Oprah, I hope she's not listening. But is she here? Is she here? Is she here? Anyways, it's Michelle Obama and then Oprah for me. It just has to be. No shade at all to Oprah. It's just that she's not Michelle. She can't be. They're two different women, you know. They're just two different women. Their assignment on earth is different. And goddammit, it's Michelle then goddammit Oprah. I said it. That may interfere with the checks she sends me every week, but that I'll get into that in the book. I don't want to get into it here. I want to get into the next clip. All right. I think I have one more. I have a big crescendo that I want to do, and I want to make sure. Let me see how to line up these. Let's see. Michelle Obama. Okay, one more, and then the big crescendo. All right. Now, remember, all of these is because she's on this book tour for her book called Becoming. And so she had several interviews with this hooker, who's also a lesbian. Might just add that. No shade about it. I'm just adding that as detail so you know who she is. And I like this color that she's wearing, too, on women. This color, I don't know what y'all call that. I don't know if that's... I feel like it's not purple. I feel like it's some kind of a blue. I like it anyway. But you see her answer here again. This woman is the shit, dude. Every young girl and woman, anybody call themselves a female that's a sister, should watch Michelle Obama. First of all, look at this suit she's in. You feel me? That she's done. It's done. Done. All right, play the clip, Jedi.
We look forward to the next election.
You are already at the next election.
2020. I'm looking at you. No. You made it abundantly clear that you have no desire to return to public service like that. But what candidates...
No, because Michelle Obama will snatch a bitch up. Remember, that's outside of Chicago still. You understand? That's still Southside. Y'all saw how she double dutch? You saw how she double dutch. And she was on the step team too? Come on, stop. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. You see?
That you have no desire to return to public service like that. But what candidates do you see out there that inspire you and catch your eye? And did you hear recently one of Hillary Clinton's former advisors is speculating that she could run again? Do you think she should?
Do you think she should? Trying to bring some shade. Watch how the queen handles it.
I think at this point, everybody's qualified and everybody should run.
That was double shade. Because I'm not going to tell you what I think about Hillary, and the motherfucker in there has shown that y'all don't give a fuck about this country. No way. If you didn't appreciate us, anybody's qualified and everybody should run. I'm over it. Take it back.
Speculating that she could run again. Do you think she should?
I think at this point, everybody's qualified and everybody should run. I was like, I might even tap Sasha. Sasha, you got some free time? I think you do a great job.
I love her. The other thing, too, I want to interject right here, too, everybody, is the response to her around the world is like a superstar, like Madonna or Michael or something. People are like, it's Michele, you know, and she has such presence, and as someone who has stood in front of this woman and met her, oh, Allahu Akbar, I can tell you, when she looks at you, you're the only person on earth. I'm in an arena of 17,000 people. The event is over. Oprah has already gone by the rope line. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. And she wasn't trying to shake nobody's hand because it wasn't about her, you know, because here comes Michele, you know. And 17,000 people. People are crunching over trying to, you know, she's talking to different people. And when she's talking to the person 2 people down from you or the person next to you, you don't exist. Because I kept hitting her with my campaign card, one of them big cards that say Obama 08. And I was tapping her, Michele, please, Michele, please, Michele. She was not, I didn't exist. I did not exist. And nobody did. Whoever that was she was talking to, that's where she focused. When she gets to you, you are all that matters and is genuine. You could tell she's a woman in control and purposeful and not trying to dismiss nobody, but she shows with her presence. Don't you see? Without saying it, she shows without saying it. Don't you see? I'm with this person right now. Oh my God. And that's when I really, because I had never really thought about her height. And she was wearing flats that day. I got the pictures to prove it. And I just thought, she's a statue. She's a statue. She's a statue. She's a statue.
Sasha, you got some free time? I think you do a great job.
Are you saying that because of what we currently have?
What I am saying is...
You see, she tried to bring it back. Michelle's completely deflected and answered the question and even brought in Sasha as a quip, like she's quick on her feet with the humor. This heifer bitch comes back. So you're saying, no bitch, I just told you what I said. Next question.
Do a great job.
Are you saying that because of what we currently have?
What I am saying is that
you went there.
You went there.
Michele, no, you went there. You see, because you was trying to go there, heifer. You know, and by the way, Robin Roberts, she went through breast cancer. Everybody, it was very sad. It was very, I don't even watch Good Morning America like that unless they're going to have the outside thing and have somebody up there performing. But even I knew about it and how serious it was and everything. I just think when you have even if you evil or you bullshit, it seems like when you have a brush with death, that should change your life. That should change your character. You should come back anew, committed to righteousness. At the very least, even if you're not religious. Because you faced mortality. Sometimes that's why that happens, is to wake your bitch ass up and say, don't you remember that you have an appointment with the grave? Do you not remember? But no, like anything, you know, people bow down and swear to God, if you just get me through this, I promise you I'm never going to such and such. Then they get comfortable again, and that goes out the window. Same thing. She's up there toting the water for the white devil with this divine queen sitting across from her whose intellectual firepower will annihilate her and turn her entire stool and everything to ashes. Don't fuck with Michele. Don't do that. She goes, no, what I'm saying is, and now she's going to come back with an even more affirmative answer. And then, but she just got put off because of the humor of the crowd. And she goes, you went there, because that's what she really wanted. She wants some dirt out of that question. That's why she asked it. She didn't get it. She goes, you went there. No, Michele goes, no, you went there.
We currently have. What I am saying is that.
You see, she was serious. What I'm saying is that the crowd laughed and that Michele laughed.
What I am saying, what I am.
Then Michele is serious. The crowd laughs. That makes her laugh.
Saying is that.
See, they laughed. She laughed. Beautiful woman, divine. Oh my God.
You went there. You went there. No, you went there. No, you went there. No, you went there. No, you went there. Where I am is that right now we should see anybody who feels the passion to get in this race. We need them in there, and I think that the process will play itself out. I haven't really been paying attention. And
could you even imagine Melania Trump answering this question or any question at all other than her fucking name? Anyone? This woman, you can have any conversation with her and she's right there with you. You see her on the night talk shows with the comedians, she's right with them. I used to love when she go on Jimmy Fallon and she get up there and be doing all the dancing with them. And Michelle Obama's the shit. She went on Ellen and did push-ups and like, bitch, I will out push up you. What else you got? What do you have? What do you have? I'm Michelle Obama. I'm a black queen. What? Remember the scandal when she came out sleeveless? Because there's no other bitch that holds a fucking picture to her. Do you understand? I went through and Googled one day American First Ladies. I might do it on this video. Damn it. It wasn't part of my damn it. Anyway, and it was a grid of all the first ladies ever. Look at this bullshit. I can't. And you don't know if that's a dude or a chick. Come on now, tell the truth. Tell the truth, shame the devil, as the Christian folks say. Look at this bitch. I'm over it. Never. I can't. Never. What is this? That's your first transgender right there. There she is. There she is. Louisa Catherine Johnson Adams, wife of the 6th President of the United States, John Quincy. I'm over it. Never. I can't. I can't. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. They've had all these centuries to produce one white bitch that looked like a dam. And all these bitches look like some bullshit. Look. What is that? What? What? Never. That's another dude. She's a man, baby. Yeah. Never. But the fashion, though. What are you giving right here? What is... I can't. Never mind. Go on. This bitch looks like she got a layer of skin. No. Never. Never. I can't. Another transgender. That's a dude. It's a man. Such as. This is what they've produced. This shit. Look. Look, desperate. I can't. That's another man.
That's goddamn it. Jessica Fletcher, Murder She Wrote. I said it. Look, this is what they've produced, everybody. They might have had a chance with Jackie Kennedy, but again, she is still under Michelle Obama's pinky toenail. Let us understand that. You know, Jackie always, and now Jackie O wish she was Michelle, such as Lady Bird Johnson. Lady Bird. Knew she didn't look like a damn. I can't. Never again. I'm over it. That looks like Rosalind Carter. It is Rosalind Carter. Dowdy bitch. Nancy Reagan. Eat a steak, bitch. Dowdy. Is that Barbara? Yep. Dowdy. She tried it. She held on to them pearls, though. She held on to them damn pearls. But you said the fucking sniper fire ass bitch. Fuck her. She looks like a cartoon character in a wax figure, even in real life. I said it. Nah, bitch. You just don't have it. The bitch looks like Dracula. Boom. The queen that puts all them bitches to shame. Every one of y'all bitches in all your Victorian and your 18th century and you're in the... Nah, bitch, that don't mean nothing. The queen. The queen. The queen. The queen. The queen. The gift. The kiss. The kiss. Putting all previous and future bitches to shame. To shame. To shame. And like I say, her smile lights up the universe. Whatever she's gonna do, she kills it. Kills it. Some of them bitches, you don't know if it was a man or a woman. The only shining star in all of it, by any standard, was this woman. Michelle LaVaughn Robinson Obama. That is a queen. They gave her shit when they said, what's your platform going to be? She was like, I'm going to be mom in chief first. She understood. She had her focus. Because again, when Allah gives you anything, He gives you all the pieces for that. Everything. The intellect, the know-how, and the ability. Done. So she was able to raise her girls and keep absolutely total control over that while being first lady and wife and all that, an ambassador for the country. She's phenomenal. Phenomenal. And she shows that, because she didn't have no training to do any of this. You see, Melania Trump don't have no training to be fucking first lady either, but we don't hear from the bitch. Don't want to. She's not a person. She's a thing. A fixture, an it. This woman is everything that she's not, and then some.
Process will play itself out. I haven't really been paying attention and looking at the candidates. I don't think, I think there's just a lot of noise and a lot of talk. It's still pretty early, I think. Let's see who, wants to roll up their sleeves and get in the race. And that's what the primary process is for. And I hope that we have a lot of great candidates who get in there and treat each other respectfully. That's the thing that I'm going to be looking out for personally. Is like, I don't want people on either party tearing each other up in the process of getting to the nomination. So I'm going to be looking closely at who handles themselves and each other with dignity and respect, so that by the time people get to the general, people aren't beat up and battered. So I think this is open to any and everybody who has the courage to step up and serve.
I love her. I love her. I love her. I love her. And then also, there was another piece to that same interview where her brother Craig is up there. I couldn't get that one. And she's talking about how Craig is the favorite. She goes, he's mom's favorite, though, but he's the favorite. I'm the first lady. And she'll be like, when's Craig coming? When's Craig coming? And she's like, Ma, I live in the White House. What do you want from me? I can't tell it like she does. I love Michelle Obama. Damn it. I'm getting a t-shirt because I already got one that says Jan is my wife. That's going to be first. Then on the back, it's going to say Michelle is my queen. That's what's going to happen. That's what I'm saying. Because you can have a wife and a queen now. Watch ass. Watch your shit. Watch ass. Watch ass. Watch your tone. All right. Now for the crescendo, everybody. The crescendo. Now, this was her final speech as First Lady. She looks divine. I have to use that title with her repeatedly because it is from God, and anything that is from Allah is perfection. She is divine. She's divine. But the other thing is when she's emotional, what has always really tripped me out about her is how she's able to keep the tear from falling. Because y'all know I'm a crybaby. I cry at everything. Damn it. I'm proud about that. But she is able to, and I guess I've seen a few women that do that. Like, I would be in the ugly cry. But she's able to hold it. That's black strength. That's black girl magic. Do you understand? See this? And I'm going to try and shut up through it. And then make my commentary after. I just want you to just drink it in. I'm going to try, y'all. But y'all know how I get. Let's see this now.
And as I end my time in the White House, I can think of no better message to send to our young people in my last official remarks as First Lady. So for all the young people in this room and those who are watching, know that this country belongs to you, to all of you, from every background and walk of life. If you or your parents are...
Damn it, I gotta say this, y'all. I know y'all like, damn it, Judd, I played the fucking video. Damn you, damn it. I gotta say this. You notice her and Barack, from day one, even on the campaign trail, it's always the young people, the young people, the young people, the young people. And this is her last speech. And what does she open up with? Play the clip, Jedi. Damn it. What does she open up with?
And as I end my time in the White House, I can think of no better message to send to our young people in my last official remarks as First Lady. So for all the young people in this room and those who are watching, know that this country belongs to you, to all of you, from every background and walk of life. If you or your parents are immigrants, know that you are part of a proud American tradition, the infusion of new cultures, talents and ideas, generation after generation, that has made us the greatest country on earth. If your family doesn't have much money, I want you to remember that in this country, plenty of folks, including me and my husband, we started out with very little. But with a lot of hard work and a good education, anything is possible, even becoming president. That's what the American dream is all about. If you are a person of faith, know that religious diversity is a great American tradition too. In fact, that's why people first came to this country, to worship freely. And whether you are Muslim, Christian, Jewish, Hindu, Sikh.
Did you hear her say Muslim? Not Muslim, bitches. You understand? Because what? She's an intellectual. Muslim.
Too. In fact, that's why people first came to this country, to worship freely. And whether you are Muslim, Christian, Jewish, Hindu, Sikh, These religions are teaching our young people about justice and compassion and honesty. So I want our young people to continue to learn and practice those values with pride. You see, our glorious diversity, our diversities of faiths and colors and creeds, that is not a threat to who we are. It makes us who we are.
Divine.
So to the young people here and the young people out there, do not ever let anyone make you feel like you don't matter or like you don't have a place in our American story, because you do. And you have a right to be exactly who you are. But I also want to be very clear. This right isn't just handed to you. No, this right has to be earned every single day. You cannot take your freedoms for granted. Now, just like generations who've come before you, you have to do your part to preserve and protect those freedoms. And that starts right now, when you're young. Right now, you need to be preparing yourself to add your voice to our national conversation. You need to prepare yourself to be informed and engaged as a citizen, to serve and to lead, to stand up for our proud American values and to honor them in your daily lives. And that means getting the best education possible so you can think critically, so you can express yourself clearly, so you can get a good job and support yourself and your family, so you can be a positive force in your communities. And when you encounter obstacles, because I guarantee you, you will, and many of you already have, when you are struggling and you start thinking about giving up, I want you to remember something that my husband and I have talked about since we first started this journey nearly a decade ago. Something that has carried us through every moment in this White House and every moment of our lives. And that is the power of hope. The belief that something better is always possible if you're willing to work for it and fight for it. It is our fundamental belief in the power of hope that has allowed us to rise above the voices of doubt and division, of anger and fear that we have faced in our own lives and in the life of this country. Our hope that if we work hard enough and believe in ourselves, then we can be whatever we dream, regardless of the limitations that others may place on us. The hope that when people see us for who we truly are, maybe, just maybe, they too will be inspired to rise to their best possible selves. That is the hope of students like Kyra, who fight to discover their gifts and share them with the world. It's the hope of school counselors like Terry and all these folks up here who guide those students every step of the way, refusing to give up on even a single young person. Shoot, it's the hope of my folks like my dad, who got up every day, do his job at the city water plant. The hope that one day his kids would go to college and have opportunities he never dreamed of. That's the kind of hope that every single one of us, politicians, parents, preachers, all of us, need to be providing for our young people, because that is what moves this country forward every single day. Our hope for the future and the hard work that hope inspires. So that's my final message to young people as First Lady. It is simple. I want our young people to know that they matter, that they belong. So don't be afraid. You hear me? Young people, don't be afraid. Be focused. Be determined. Be hopeful. Be empowered. Empower yourselves with a good education. Then get out there and use that education to build a country worthy of your boundless promise. Lead by example with hope, never fear. And know that I will be with you, rooting for you and working to support you for the rest of my life. And that is true, I know, for every person who is here today, and for educators and advocates all across this nation who get up every day and work their hearts out to lift up our young people. And I am so grateful to all of you for your passion and your dedication and all the hard work on behalf of our next generation. And I can think of no better way to end my time as First Lady than celebrating with all of you. So I want to close today by simply saying thank you. Thank you for everything you do for our kids and for our country. Being your First Lady has been the greatest honor of my life, and I hope I've made you proud. Thank you.
And yes, indeed, she made us proud. That is a poised ass sister. And I always say about Barack, and I want to say about Michele too, because I've never said this, but I always say Barack is somebody that I would just be impressed with if he's my next door neighbor. I'd be like, that is one, like, I need to watch that dude. Like, I just need to be in his space, and I just need to pick up his energy. Like, that's the dude. That's the dude. And I feel that same way about Michele. If she just was some lady in the neighborhood that I just knew, I'd be like, that's the sister. That's her. She's greater than this. She should be, this is not, she should be doing, whatever. She and Barack and those girls have shown black excellence. That is not an aberration. It is our normal. Black excellence. It's not the unusual. It is the normal. When we shine to excellence. Period. No matter what we're doing. And so, there never has been the heart, speaking specifically about First Ladies and Michele, there's never been the heart of a woman like this that has been inside the walls of that White House. She is the descendant of slaves. Her native last name is Robinson. Before I came to Earth, our family's last name was Robinson. I'm sure we're related to her because she looks like my third to the oldest sister, Jamila. She looks like my sister. That's her. And they have the eyes and the cheekbone, the big eyes and the cheekbones like us. But I say to say that they came from nothing. They are the average, everyday person that I read about in government class in high school. When we read about the qualifications to be president, you had to be 35 years old, you had to be a citizen, blah, blah, blah. Didn't say anything, you had to be wealthy and part of some fucking dynasty, and your parents and everybody in your fucking family's been president, all the bullshit. No. They showed that regular citizens could rise to the very top echelon of power and prestige in this white-ass racist nation and still show black excellence. Not one word of Michele even cussing a bitch out. Not one word. Not one. Not one word of her snatching anybody up, or being a diva, or disrespecting. You understand? She tells the story of even when Sasha was going to prom. They had meetings because you have to meet with the chief of staff and the head of security, and it's a big thing because it's a big security event for anybody to move. And remember, their father has more death threats than all presidents combined. So Michele said no, because the boy wanted to come to pick her up, and Michele said no, she has to ride in the car with her date. She's got to ride in the car with her date. And they were coming down the elevator from the family residence in the White House, and she said Barack was holding back tears, and Sasha was telling them, please don't embarrass me. And that she looked divine, of course, because their children are divine, intellectually, physically, the whole family. Like I said, they can't take a bad picture. They can't. The lighting's always perfect for them, and they're perfect. All right, fine. And so she knew what was best as the mother, but more than that, she's a black woman. Of course, a black woman knows what's best. Of course. Of course. She'd already talked to security, said, don't embarrass him, and she told Sasha, make sure his car is clean, if you know what I mean, because there will be dogs sniffing, because they do everything when you go. So the boy pulls up, he gets out, and he's nervous, and da-da-da-da, and then they went and got in the car, and you see them drive off, and you see 3 other cars full of armed men driving behind them. And she goes, Barack said, if that isn't enough inspiration for me to run for a second term, I don't know what is. My daughter's going off to prom with men with guns following her. I love it. But she showed that balance, and she articulated what I know about our women. Our women can chew gum, juggle, cook, walk, swim, and talk on the phone at the exact same time. You understand? And it's nothing. It's nothing. And she showed that once again. I'm First Lady. I can shuttle around the earth. I can be in Ghana, and I can be in all these other countries, and I can talk on behalf of the nation, da 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 da. And I can run a staff, and I can hold my stuff on the East Lawn, and I can start a garden. I can do a program. I can get girls, get girls educated, but also her dance thing that she did, something she did with Beyonce, and then they had that song that Missy Elliott did, and she's dancing on stage with all the crew. I could do all of that and still be poised and still be beautiful. And I don't need to compromise my intellect or my dignity or my principles. And I think it's, once again, an act of God that she's as tall as she is. And then when she puts on those heels, she's as tall as Barack. Because she is someone who you would see her and say, that must be the lady in charge. She looks like authority. You just get that. Like, that must be the sister of the century. That's her. Ain't that her? It's like that. And she towers over, her and Barack tower over most people around them. They tower over. So you always see her gazing down at people very kindly, which actually makes her eyes even more beautiful and more present and all that. She's just, my God, she's divine. And it is a sad, sad, sad thing that we had something this beautiful, just even in her, before we even get to Barack and the kids, that we had something this beautiful, and you almost don't remember it. It's almost like it didn't happen because of the bullshit that's going on now. It's like Allah had calm the tide of white evil just long enough to part the sea of their shit to let this family come through as a blessing and a sign to African people, everybody. They were sent to us. They were sent to us. You can't be a black man that grows up in this environment and have some kind of dirt somewhere. I'm the Jedi. I am a king. But damn it, there's some dirt somewhere. I don't know what it is, but damn it. At least somebody can say I cussed them out. I'm pretty good for that. You know? Not one testimony of anyone on either of these people. You think it's an accident that Barack is the African American. His father's a dark man, look like my do-rag, from Kenya. His mother is white as... What white heifer do they make really white? Like Judy Garland or some bullshit, or Liza Minnelli. They white bitches. White. His mama looked like that. Kind of like Madonna. When you see old pictures of Madonna, you be like, damn. She was that. And it produced Barack. And he looks like that. He was everything you needed to be to perfection to be the first black president. Something we didn't imagine when we would talk about, ooh, the first black president, first black president. First of all, I never even thought that meant he comes with a wife and a family. That never occurred to me in my life as a child, as an adult, or anything. When you talk about, you know, if we ever have a black president, or even when you just broach the topic, nobody ever talks about there's going to be a first black lady, a black first lady. Nobody. It wasn't until he announced in Springfield, and then and Michelle and the girls walked out, and I went, oh yeah, that's right. Hadn't even thought about it. Hadn't thought about it. And then you have this sister who could not be more African. She's not from like Los Angeles. No shade to LA. She's not from some bullshit. You feel me? This sister's from the south side of Chicago. She's from the south side of Chicago. Her brother's name is Craig, y'all. Craig was in the White House. Craig Nem. Craig. She's the kiss. She's the kiss. And like me, her mother's name is Mary. My mother's name was Mary as well. So, I feel like Barack and Michelle probably owe me a check someplace. I'm going to have to get with my lawyers and we have to just look at some things. But I feel like it's a check that's coming someplace. I feel like a little check. You know, just like a little check piece. So just like a little check piece. So I'm saying just to get me, so I'm saying where I need to do. So I'm saying, matter of fact, they gonna fund my Africa trip. So I'm saying. But I'll have to discuss that with lawyers and some of my team, and we'll just have to get into some things. But and then this is her last address, and look, that outfit is haute couture, is tapered to her. She always got it right. She just was everything. I just feel like if all of us, but certainly she's a special, she especially belongs to our women, you know, especially. We all claim her, but she especially belongs to our women because women and girls should, I pray and beg, don't let the memory of this lady go away as a relic and as a distant something that happened. You know, luckily in this age we have anything that's ever happened, you can find it someplace on a video. There's a record of it. And I would hope that girls and black women would at least once a month, if not twice, just go back and watch something with her. Read something. Definitely get her book. I'm definitely going to get the book. And because when they came out with the double essence covers, like I have those, and they just I should have them framed, but they're in pristine condition. And but I just feel like you should do that just to reset, to re-inspire for everything. If you just want to, if you just need a fashion tip or a makeup tip or something, go watch Michelle Obama. Well, let me see what Michelle was doing. Maybe I don't need that Kool-Aid colored hair, and I can still be elegant. You see, you don't need the drama, because what Michelle showed is absolute eloquent beauty. Fucking Melania is a fucking circus act. The bitch has to be in Givenchy, and she's in Chanel, and she's in Louboutin. I seen the bitch in the fucking garden or somewhere out in the fucking East Lawn looking fake and plastic with fucking Christian Louboutin heels on. Bitch, what are you doing? This is a jeans and, you know, I can't. Anyway, and she's a model in quotations. But if I didn't know her and I didn't know Michelle, and you said we're going to take you to this show and there's going to be some women that are going to come out and one's a model, one's a model, and one's not. As soon as they come out and say, well, that one right there, the sister right there, that's the model, clearly, right? She's the model, right? She has to be, because the other bitch looks like a raccoon. She looks like a raccoon and an anteater. So it's got to be the sister. So she shows that you don't need special effects to be beautiful. And she also shows that it's not just your physical that makes you beautiful. Because you can be beautiful externally, but if you're not really there, that fades very quickly, especially for brothers. We like, she don't really look like shit after all. It ain't really all that hot. Because there's something about women that are extremely beautiful. It's almost like you have to have that inner thing to make it radiate and glow, and you go, my God, you are, and then we're on our knees, you know, crying and worshiping you and shit, because it's from within. It's a whole aura that goes with it, and that's what Michelle brought, you know. She brought that, and I just thank God for her. So, again, a shout out to my loyal queen, Diva Queen Lopez. I love you. I love you. And I took this as an opportunity not just to tell you about her book, and I want you to go buy that, but to remind us of this woman. She's one of the great women in history now, everyone. She's one of the great women in history. She has left her mark. When I first was going to do this, I thought about doing a montage of just a bunch, like a billion pictures of her, and playing Beyonce's I Was Here, you know, and maybe I will someday. But this time I thought it'd be appropriate to come and to play video of her, you know, like her live and speaking and doing stuff, so we could really appreciate her essence and her power and her energy, you know. And that's what I've done, because like I said, my next video for you guys was supposed to be the one on you know, white oppression, and the video's done, and I've been reluctant to release it because I'm just like, you know, I'm just fucking tired of ranting about fucking dumbass white people. I'm just sick of their shit, and I'm sick of talking about them, and I'm just sick. They just need to fucking die off the earth, and I'm over it. So I'm still holding that. I don't know if I'll release it. I will say this, that if anytime that something else presents itself, I'll do that and not release it. You know, maybe, you know, later on when I'm just like, okay, I'm not really inspired right now. I don't really know what I'm thinking I want to do or what I want to communicate to my people. And let's put that out, you know, whatever. And so I'm just a little on the fence about that, you know. And then I also did a video, because after I did the Farrakhan video, I had idiots coming and trying to defend that Nation of Islam bullshit. And I did a piece on that. But then again, I felt like, well, I just don't feel like ranting right now. Like, it's done. The video's done. It's done. It's done. And I added some video clips and some articles and things, and I don't know if I want to release it, y'all. But this, my heart is in, and I just am glad I was able to bring it. And I hope you will appreciate it, and I hope that I was able to take you somewhere back to that reset point when, before you got distracted and were distracted away from the magic, the beauty, and the gift that this woman was to our people first, and then to this country. I'll see you soon.